So I'm curious as to how has COVID-19 affected your, the film industry and perhaps your projects personally. So we'll start with Beth, and this one I think maybe we'll go Beth, Nora, and then Tony and Summer. Maybe you guys can tell us about your organization and the things you're doing. Yeah, great.
Great. So first, I'll start with how it has affected Stockade Works, right? I mean, we do boot camps, crew boot camps, which is the 360-degree view of working on set and preparedness. And we also do department-specific workshops. And we're about to do a hair and makeup workshop for film and television right before, and we canceled right before everything was shut down, because it was a hair and makeup workshop, among other things, right? Although a very sanitary department, a little too close and personal. So we're on a pause with in-person programming. We've been doing online programming like everyone else, and really working with our graduates to try to help them through this time, and local crew and all of that. I am really hopeful about the opportunities and the great thinking that our industry is doing across the board to come up with practical, innovative solutions so everyone can get back to work. Right? So I look at this as an opportunity. There are so many, Tony and Summer will tell you about some of the think tanking they've been doing. There are a lot of great, from, the heads of major studio productions down to, unions and all of this. Everyone's really, how are we going to get people back to work? And how are we going to get people back to work safely, right? And that's all people care about. And what I look forward to is there are some opportunities for us to leverage this crisis to make our work environments better for all of our workers in the industry. Like, let's look at these long amounts of overtime that we typically expect out of our crew. What can we do about that, right? What can we do that kind of improves not just safety because of COVID, but improves the work and the quality of work experience that we all have. So there is so much that we are facing in terms of challenges, but I think because we're such an innovative industry, we're going to come out of this with some really good best practices.
That's great. Yeah, I think this is going to push us. I teach as well, so this is like taking the classes online. I don't know if you guys have taken any workshops online, Beth, but it's a challenge. But I think we can learn a lot from this, and I think it's only going to make things better. If we can just get through this together, I think things will work out better. Would evolve in some way, And Nora, I'm curious to find out more about the tourism and film from your point of view, because, what is that like for you guys? Like, I live in Warwick. It's like sort of like a tourist town, and it's a ghost town. So, how is that for you?
It's been surreal. I think we were working with a couple of projects, well, more than a little projects if you include tourism. Tourism basically never sleeps. We have like a large team. I'm like the film office side, and we have like really great staff for like the tourism side, and it's like they never sleep because there's so many events. All those events kind of came to a halt. The productions that we were working with like Nike, we were working with like pretty big names, and all those came to a halt. They're kind of like on hold right now. Right now, the effects, how COVID is actually affecting the film side, is affecting us all over the state, from New York City to the, up here to the Hudson Valley. We had a 40% tax incentive, and now because of all of the the budget cuts, that 40% has come down to 35%, which is still great. It is still awesome. And the minimum spend for that used to be $500K. Now it's basically $250,000. So that went down. So this is going to be a benefit for many productions. So if they fall, below that, I think New York City, I think they raised their minimum spend to $1 million. So if you're a lower production and your budget is like right under $1 million, we're here. So I think that it might, I mean, as bad as it is, we don't want anyone to, we want everyone to be healthy. When we do get back to work, it's going to positively impact the whole of the Hudson Valley, because we have so many, basically we have a great tax incentive. We've got like all of the locations, and we have an incentive that, you don't have to have $1 million budget to be able to, apply for these grants or these incentives. And we've got like a deep, basically crew base here. So, and with, places like Stockade Works and Umbra and, Choice Films and all of these connections, it's definitely turning out. I think it's going to be an even bigger haven for films, because we just have, so much up here and so much to offer, especially like with tourism. I mean, on your days off, where do you go? We've got it. So I think it might, affect us more in a positive light when we do get back to work. And Summer and Tony have been hard at work with finding ways, to get back, to work safely. So, which is great. And we're going to be doing everything that we can to help them and, everyone in the Hudson Valley and Orange County kind of figure out how to do that, so that's how it's affecting us.
Thank you, Nora. Yeah, it's Summer and Tony. Maybe you guys can tell us how you guys been affected by COVID-19 with Umbra Stage, and
Sure.
films and theatricals,
So I'm feeling very good about it now. I'm not going to lie. March 11th, when we closed down the stages, I cried a little bit and I broke out in hives, and I was in total panic about, I was not good for a few days. And Tony was calm the whole time. He always is, thank God. But it has really turned a corner in the last couple of weeks, because what has happened as a result of this is that it's made us face the new way that we're all going to have to survive and thrive. And I'm thrilled to report that we have so many projects that are stacking up on top of each other. It's going to be a problem to fit them all in the Hudson Valley. Many, many, many projects that had never even thought of coming to the Hudson Valley are leaving other states and Manhattan specifically and coming up. So we have great news to report. Big projects and small projects alike are coming. But in the interim, and Tony can talk more about this, I don't want to, hog the space, but I see several of our film family members are joining this chat here on the side. And we put together, spearheaded by a lot of our crew, with us kind of curating it, what we're calling a COVID Prevention Council that is basing from Umbra. It's taking information from the union tiers, from department heads, from large studios, and we're building basically a new protocol that will allow us to get up and running safely and financially able to be scaled for a big production or a small production.
I'm pretty sure that says it.
Sorry, that's my
No, that's good. That's good.
I was like, Ann, take it away.
No, that's good. Straight to the point.